Just monkeying around, you know?
There are a number of knots that we use to create fixed loops in the end of a piece of line. One of the most common is called the bowline. To create a bowline, begin by creating an overhand loop. The working end is crossing over the standing end. When learning this knot, I find it really useful to concentrate on keeping this loop relatively small. Take the working end and pass it under. So it's gone over in the overhand loop, and now it's passing under. And there's a pattern here. Passes under, and then over. Overhand loop, around, under, and over. We continue this pattern over, under, over, under. This is the fixed loop that we're going to create, so we can select the rough size that we would like it to be at this point. I'm now going to take the working end and I'm going to pass underneath once more. To finish, we come over and under. Then we're going to grasp these two pieces here and pinch and pull on this line, and the knot will tighten. This is quite a valuable knot. It is not the most secure, nor is it the strongest knot. But what it does give us is a secure line that is relatively resistant to slippage and has the added benefit that if we flip it over and look at the back side, if we push on this loop here, it's called breaking the back, we can typically begin to loosen a bowline to the point that we can untie it. The bowline, useful for creating a fixed loop in the end of a piece of line. The bowline in a typical piece of line, once formed, will reduce the strength of your line by 50 to 60%. So if there's a critical application or you're using lighter weight cordage, there is a variation we can do which only reduces the strength by about 30%. In this case, we're going to make an overhand loop and stack a second overhand loop on top of it. Once again, we go under and then over. We'll go underneath the standing end and then back down from where we came. Pinch the two lines, and then we can just spend some time dressing the knot up a little bit. Another useful variant on the bowline is one that can be tied slightly faster. It has a disadvantage. It does result in a slightly weaker knot. We begin by holding the working end with two fingers and our thumb. We cross over the standing end of our line, and then with a quick flip of our wrist, we create the overhand loop here, our loop that goes around our object, and our working end is already inside. We finish this knot by passing under and bringing back over and under. We tie it off by pinching and pulling. The reason we say this knot is slightly weaker is because as we load it, it has a tendency to pull sideways on the knot, increasing the shear forces and causing a higher likelihood of failure if it's heavily weighted. Advantages and disadvantages, and we always choose the best option, the best solution for the time.